Everything is new again, walking with a permagrin, head so high. I'm back with you and all is right. Shaking on the apple tree, ticking off the honeybees, watch them fly. It's just like we never said goodbye.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's NihonTiger. Welcome back to our wonderful PAX East episode talk thingy, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. So everybody's left. I'm the only one on the server right now, and this has all happened in the span of about 10 minutes. So wonderful. I'm all alone again, but that's fine because that means I can do whatever I want. Woo! Not really, but it does mean that we'll be able to work without any disruptions of any sort, any adventures, and we'll be able to continue just talking about PAX East. Yes, so last episode, in fact, we talked about the first 2 days of PAX East. We talked about Friday, we talked about Minecraft meetup and playing games and going to panels and getting ordained as priest. No, that didn't happen. I just made that up. See if you're paying attention. So if you realize that didn't happen, good on you. It means you watched the last episode all the way through. So we left off on Friday night and me going home and not really doing anything, just kind of chilling, hanging out. Didn't end up doing anything. There was nothing really on Friday that I wanted to do. So I kind of took the night to relax, catch up on a lot of things that I had to catch up on. And Saturday rolled around. Same old thing that happened on Friday. I had to walk, from South Station all the way to the convention center. Except this time I got there a little bit earlier than I had on Friday. And what happened was I ran into the actual line to get into PAX East. And for those of you that are familiar with Boston, you'll know what I'm talking about. For those of you that aren't, you may want to Google map this. There is a bridge on Summer Street that kind of goes over a channel that boats go through. And it's the same channel that the Tea Party ships are in, except one street down. There's a bridge that goes over that, and as soon as I got off that bridge and got to the first light, I was walking with a bunch of people, and we all, at the exact same time, ran into the line. And what made it crazy was as soon as we ran into the line and became part of the line started to wrap backwards down Summer Street, backwards past us, going in the opposite direction. And these were people that were queuing up behind us, but they were ahead of us in line to get into PAX East and the convention center. And that is insane. Like, I got there at 10:30 and I thought, okay, they said, hey, get there at 10:30. It won't be an issue. They said, there won't be any lines, they said. And there totally were, because screw it. I guess, everything has to be broken once in a while, right? But anyways, I got in about 10:45 instead of 10:30 like I had the day before. Probably because there were so many more people there since it was Saturday. Weekends always tend to be a little bit busier, even at San Diego Comic-Con. It was always like that. Saturday was the most insane day of the week to get into that stupid convention. But yeah, I had most of the day open. I had two things I was going to do. One of them was to take part in the FTB PAX East map challenge, and the other one was to actually go and give it a little bit of... Oh, I got hit by a spider and knocked into a tree. Nice job. But the other one was to go stop by the Game Wisp booth to say hi to the Godiva Gaming ladies who were signing at that booth I think it was around 3 o'clock they were signing. And I knew most of them, so I figured, hey, I'll stop by and say hi. Maybe there'll be a couple people there I don't know, and I can introduce myself and whatnot. So first things first was kind of went out on the floor, played some more games, wandered around a bit, enjoyed myself, had fun. But soon push came to shove, and I had to go over to the PC gaming area, and get ready to do the FTB map, which I did somewhat because I didn't end up completing it I ended up having to leave early, or not even leave early. I left before I finished it. Long story short, that's what happened. I got 13 of the 16 wolves. There are 16 wolves you had to do, and a lot of it involved parkour. And most of you guys know that I do hate parkour because I tend to have some bad memories with parkour in Minecraft, and I know the mechanics of the game are not the best. Yet, oddly enough, as much as I say I hate parkour, and as much as I sit here and I'm like, oh, parkour is bad, I don't ever want to do it. Like, anytime there's a parkour challenge in front of me, for example, the old Hypixel lobby parkour for QuakeCraft, I actually do really well. I'm laughing because this is ridiculous, but I actually do really well in those challenges. I'm just doing this to get a bunch of poppies so I can make some red dye for my clay blocks here. It just said blocks without specifying clay blocks. But yeah, I always say that I hate parkour. I'm not really a big fan of it, but at the same time, whenever there's a challenge that I have to do that's parkour related, I end up doing pretty well on it most of the time. So, deep breath there as I almost run myself out of breath talking about parkour and all the fun things attached to it. A lot of the challenges were actually... Oh, there's a skeleton behind me, isn't there? Hi! Ow! You jerk. Don't have my stuff with me. I left it in their chest. Actually, it's in this chest, isn't it? Here, I'll just... Yeah, there's a nice... No, I don't want the nice sword. I'll take the other one. My previous sword. So I need to name those swords too. I'll have to come up with a really good name for it. So that's what I did. I went and I did a parkour challenge, believe it or not, and I got 13 of the 16 wolves. You basically had to do these challenges where you had to kind of run all over the place and hit blocks, hit the right blocks at the right time. And since it was an FTB challenge, there were a lot of blocks that were from various mods. There were blocks that kind of made you slide really fast in one direction. There were blocks that you went over and opened up invisible little doors, and it was a challenging map. I've never experienced anything quite like it before. And it was actually the same map I think they had for PAX South. So if I had done what I was originally going to do, which was to play the PAX South map and kind of learn that map first so that I could have an idea of maybe what to expect at PAX East, I probably would have done all right. But I did not, because I am dumb. So that's my own fault. I have no one to blame but myself. And I did enjoy some things, though. There was a section where you had to do kind of ladder hopping up the side of this giant monolith, this giant black monolith. And I did really well on that once I figured out how to get up there. I mean, it took me a while to figure out, okay, I have to jump up here. But once I got the hang of that, it was actually pretty easy to kind of hop around that. And there was a section, too, where it's the only section that didn't involve like parkour or precision in the jumping sense. It was a section where you had to shoot 3 targets, and I really wish, to be honest, that there were more sections like that in the map where it put more of a sense on, or more of a challenge on all your skills, and not just the ability to jump and stop in the right spot. So I think that's one thing that kind of where the map fell a little bit short. Because one section that was the bow shooting part, I did really well on that. I got that I got that wool in a matter of like 30 seconds. It was not too difficult at all, and it was very enjoyable. I was actually enjoying that because I was like, hey, I could do this. I'm not totally stupid. Yay! So I did indeed give up on the map because I got about 80 minutes in and we had about 2 hours to do it, and somebody had done the map. I don't know if it was Way of Time. Way of Time did the map because he made the map originally. He did it in like 20 minutes. I don't know if he did it again and tried to get a faster time, or if somebody else got a faster time, but somebody had a time of like 12 minutes. And at that point, I was just like, well, you know, I'm not going to win anything out of this. I might as well just kind of say, hey, I tried my best. I did the best I could, but the map has broken me, and I will graciously admit defeat this one time, because otherwise I'm going to be here all day. So I decided to kind of tap out, and I know some of you will be ashamed of me. You know, Nihon, why did you tap out? You never tap out. Well, I kind of knew at the time as well that it was a fruitless exercise to try and to beat it again, because I was about 20 minutes away from being. I hadn't beat the map, and I was about 20 minutes away from just being done in general, because there was a 2-hour time limit since we had to kind of get ready for what was supposed to be a Minecraft tournament, but I think they ended up having problems because they decided to do it in 1.8.3, and anybody will tell you can't do PvP stuff in 1.8.3. There's a lot of stuff that's broken with that, and they couldn't get the servers to work, so they ended up having to cancel the Minecraft PvP tournament. What a shock! What a surprise! For shame. So, in any case, I was about out of time, and I just decided, you know, I really want to go on the convention floor and do stuff, and I don't just want to be sitting here doing this map all the time, and I get a t-shirt just for trying, so I figured it was worth it. I figured it was worth just admitting defeat this one time, and licking my wounds, coming back, and, you know, obviously those of you that know me know that's what I do best. I learn from my mistakes, and I come back, and I do better. And certainly next time this map rears its ugly head, maybe next year at PAX, maybe at PAX Prime, it'll show up. But next time that map is there, I'm gonna kick that map's butt so hard that it won't know what the heck what the heck hit it. I was about to say what the heck just happened, but I kind of got mixed up with the word hit it, and it kind of became what the heck just happened, you know? Oh man, I am terrible at words tonight, but I will persevere and do my best to finish this. So, let's see. We've got the FTB map, and then, yes, the Lady M and the Godiva Gamers were over at the Game West booth doing their signing session. So I thought, hey, I'll join over there, you know, hop in line, just say hi to them. It's nice to do that. They're friends. So that's what I did, and of course, a lot of them were over there, and Asia was over there. MK, Lady M, Maddie was over there. MK, I think I said MK twice now. Great. Who else was there? Cletho was over there. Violinaria from the Time Shot server was there. And 2 other people I hadn't met at that point, who I knew from the internets, but I hadn't met at that point. One of them was Blue. Those of you who know Blue Bayou, aka Just Call Me Blue on the Twitters. You probably have seen her. NihonTiger from a Lord of the West. Welcome back from PAX. Somebody has left me something. Oh, purple wool. Nifty. That's cool. I'll have to work that into my build somehow. Quartz, I could use that. Lapis. Wool. Purple carpet. Purple. Somebody likes purple. Somebody likes purple. And somebody from the west side of the map. I'll have to figure out who that is. It should be too hard to figure that out. But, there's not a lot of people I've built out on the west side of the map. That's what makes it so easy. Easy. Yeah. I'm stumbling over my words. Let me get a drink of water here real quick. Dang it. It's too low on my mic stand. There we go. I don't think I have room in that chest anyways for all that stuff, so. Yeah, so I got to hang out with them. And Blue's really cool. She's pretty cool person, but unfortunately I think she was feeling under the weather at that time. She'd been sick the day before, and then actually like right after that the signing session she had to go to the hospital because she was really dehydrated, and she had some kind of illness. I couldn't remember what it was. I don't know if it was like the flu or mono or whatever it was. I don't think it was mono because I'm not feeling ill, and I was hanging out. Actually, no, it could still be because it doesn't transmit just by being around people who have mono. That's not how that works. You know how that works. You had that at one point, dummy. You had that in college at one point, you idiot. Forgetting things that I want to forget about college. The mono stuff in college was not fun. That was like one of the most miserable and horrible times I've ever had as far as illness. Oh, bad. Man, that was bad. But I'm gonna leave this up. I like that. This is nice. Somebody took the time out to leave me a sign. I'll leave that up for now. But what am I missing? What am I missing? I feel like I'm missing something with this house build. It looks nice now. It looks really nice. I mean, that's kind of a nice start to it, but I feel like something's missing from it. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to stand here and think about it. But I got to meet Blue, and first and foremost, I'm glad she's doing better. I'm really glad she's feeling better today, or this week now, I guess. So something is missing up here. It's like a floor. I need some kind of floor for this, and maybe I need some more of these. Are these dark oak logs? I think dark oak logs. But I got to meet her. I also, when I was at the booth, way down at the end of the booth, way down at the end of the signing line, was somebody who I've known from the internet, or internets, I guess would be the proper terminology to use. Somebody I know from the internets, who is a fellow moderator in Zisto's Twitch chat, and that would be Fedrin, was there, and she was doing a signing, and in my usual Nihon little way of doing things, I didn't really be like, hi Fedrin, nice to meet you, I'm Nihon, nice to meet you, anything like that. I was just very calm, very like, hi. Hi, I know you, and we do things on the Twitches with the streaming, and I didn't really say it like that, but I was very, very quiet, very humble. That's usually the way I am when I meet people in real life, because I never know, I guess, how people will react to actually meeting me. I feel like internet me and real life me, despite being the same person, I feel like people get like this expectation that I'm just a different person online than I am in real life. And I try not to burst their bubble too much, I guess, is what I'm trying to do when I'm being very humble. But I got to meet her, and she asked me. She didn't realize it was me until she asked me, do I know you from somewhere or something like that? I'm like, oh yeah, hi, I'm Nihon. And she's like, oh hi, Nihon, oh hi. Kind of one of those momentary realizations where it's like, I know this person and I can feel comfortable talking to them now. So we chatted for a while. Ryusuke was also there at the end of the booth chatting with Fedrin. And then as we were chatting with her, another guy walks up and he's like, hey, how's it going? And Fedrin's like, oh, hey, Nihon, have you met this guy over here? And I'm like, no, who is that? And I'm like, oh, that's just Andrew from Approaching Nirvana. I'm like, what? Well, I should have known that it was somebody like that, because Fedrin has very deep contacts with lots of people, and I should have expected something like that to happen. But I mean, I've used Approaching Nirvana's music in my videos before, so it was actually kind of cool to say hi to somebody, an artist whose work I've used and whose work I appreciate. So that was definitely interesting. What am I going to do for floor? I think I might do birch for the second floor here. That might be a nice color pop. Make it look a little different. I've been using a lot of birch flooring around here. I don't want to get too reliant upon that. Use slabs. Start with the slabs. Maybe we can add some stairs in. Give it a nice little different texture. So like something like that. Yeah, that'll look nice. So then we'll do something here, and then we'll have to fill in this gap as well. But yeah, I got to meet one half of Approaching Nirvana, at least that day. I don't know if I got to say hi to the other half, but I kind of ran into both of them at some point. But yeah, it was really cool. It was really nice to meet Vedran. And she's as awesome as she is on the internets in real life. So it was very cool. Oh, there we go. Do I have an axe, don't I? Should I use my axe up? I'll have to check that out. I think I need to move that slab as well. I don't know. Let me get some stairs here. We'll get this kind of figured out as far as getting up there. But yeah, it was great to get to meet both of them. Just kind of hanging out with them, chit chatting, whatnot. It's always nice. It's always nice for me to get to meet people because I'm very sociable. Once kind of the initial, I guess I have like an initial hesitancy to just be like hi, but once I have that initial hesitancy just removed, it's like okay, I know I can talk to this person and now I can be friends with them. So yay! So we did that, and that was pretty much my Saturday. I mean, I really didn't do a whole lot after that. I went and played some more games, and the other thing I did in the evening was I took as a thank you for letting me stay with them, I took my sister and her boyfriend out to dinner and paid for the whole thing, all $85 of it. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't like they went and bought every expensive thing on the menu. They're very courteous and kind when it came to my bottom line, and remembering that I am a human being too that has a roof to put over my head, and I can't afford $500 bottles of wine. So I appreciate the fact that they were not too mean with that. And my mom would have yelled at them if they had done anything that stupid to me, taking advantage of me in that manner. I don't think they would have anyways. But yeah, it was really cool. It's a nice place to eat dinner. Not really like super fancy, but fancy enough. Yeah, I think it looks okay. That's a good start. Maybe get some more slabs here. But yeah, that was pretty much my Saturday. And then Sunday rolled around, and really the only thing that was going on Sunday was me running around playing any games that had played kind of at the last minute. And there was also the Minecraft panel, which itself was pretty good. Pretty good panel. It was entertaining. I don't know if I learned anything specifically really new that I didn't know about the guys already. They did a little bit of a different talk about the gaming as a group than they did before. But yeah, I'm not sure I necessarily learned like, oh, I didn't know that, Severus was actually an astrophysicist. That's new information to me. I knew that before. But I think it went all right. I think it was a good panel. Wasn't anything too, it was like I had any special moments from there. It was like, oh my god, this is the greatest thing ever. I can't believe this is actually happening. There weren't any moments like that in the panel either. So it was good. It was a good panel. The wait was all right. There wasn't really a long wait in line. It wasn't like I was sitting there for hours waiting for them to, show up ahead of time. I think I ended up like street passing Wes Wilson like 4 times during the convention, which was crazy. So if Wes is watching this, or if somehow Minecracker is watching this and happens to talk to Wes, and you see a me from a Brian in Ohio that has an orange shirt and glasses, that's me. That's me. You street passed me like every time we ran across each other. So, yep, that's me. But let me get that real quick. Get some torches in here because this is gonna be really dark otherwise. But yeah, I mean, overall, it was a really good convention. I was really sad when it ended because the only other thing I did on Sunday was there's like an after party that I went to with some of the YouTube peoples of the world and the Minecraft peoples of the world. There was like an after party thing that happened, and I got to hang out for a bit there, but I couldn't stay very long because I had to be back so that I could give my sister back her extra spare key which really wasn't her extra spare key. It was her boyfriend's key that he gave me. And I needed it back for work the next day. So I had to very briefly appear and then say, I gotta go. See you guys later. See you guys next convention. And then Monday came, I flew out. Everything was late. I got back at like 11:30 instead of getting back at like 10:30. But whatever. I had a good time. I had a really interesting time, and I got to play a lot of really good games. Let me see if I can talk about some of them here. I got to play Hollow Bunnies, which is kind of a platformer. It's on Kickstarter right now. They're trying to do Kickstarter again. The first time they did it, it fell short of their goal, so they stripped back a lot of the goals, and they're giving it a second shot. And I think they're actually pretty close, if not already at their goal. It's a very low goal. It's like $7,000. But I think they're already at it, so it looks like that game's going to get made for PC. And I don't know what the stretch goals are going to be, so I don't know if it's going to be like stretch goals for... Oh, these are solid blocks, right? Yeah, so that's going to be... I'm not going to be able to put planks up there anyways. Whatever. I can always fix that later since those are inside blocks. Yeah, it's a fun game. It's a very challenging, very difficult game. So, might be a game I'm interested in checking out in the future. I also got to check out a kind of it's an interesting game. It's like a bar simulator thing. It's called Valhalla, and it's pronounced Valhalla. It's the way the word marking is done. But it's like VA11HALL-A, because that's what the bar is called in the actual game. It's like a code thing. It's like set in a cyberpunk futuristic kind of setting, and I love the website for it is waifubartending.com, which is amazing for a name. But it's not like it's a dating sim. It's more like a point-click adventure. It's pretty good. It's interesting. There were definitely some kind of nice little twists in the small demo I played. So I enjoyed that game as well. Oh, I think my headset just hit the mic. So sorry about that. I got to talk to the guys or at least one of the guys who works for the folks who are doing Star Mazer, which is a game I backed a couple of weeks ago. And they didn't have a demo or anything like that. They did tell me it's going to be a demo at PAX Prime, so I'm very geeked about that. I'm very geeked to be able to play that. But game looks hella awesome, and here's a little bit of a spoiler too for PAX Prime. The voice actor for the main character is going to be there at their booth. And he's going to be there in character, dressed up as his character, doing his actual lines and stuff. It's going to be awesome, I think. I hope. I went over to the Team 17 booth as well, and I played a game called Schrodinger's Cat, which is a platformer. And it involves a little bit of science, but the science is really just for theming. It's a platformer. It's kind of interesting. It's what was I going to grab? Torches. Yes. And I was going to grab something else too. I think I wanted stairs because I wanted to make that. Wood stairs? Wood stair. Let me try wood stairs. Let's go with wood stairs for the moment. Let's see how this looks. Just something entirely different. This is all stone. Yes? Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. We'll think about it. Oh, I know. Maybe we can use some, let me grab another drink of water, but maybe we can use some bushes as well, too. That could be a really nice combination. Birch leaf bushes. I hear you, zombie. I hear you. But, let me get my pick out. But yeah, that was an interesting looking game. Very, let's see if I can do this as well. But, yeah, it was fun. I played it for a little bit. Maybe make this like that. You could do that. That's a little bit of color. Put some color in here. I like that. Maybe that's what we were missing on the outside. It's just these little bushes. That could be the case. But I didn't get to play that. I didn't get to play The Escapists, which I was looking forward to playing. And I did get to play did not get to play LA Cops, but I got to watch a few people play it. It looks interesting. Oh, that's that weird glitch again. Like I mentioned, the Tiny Build Games booth, I wasn't really too impressed with a lot of the games. There's a game called Check-In Knockout. It was kind of a multiplayer. There's a lot of games that are kind of the multiplayer aspect now, where it's like you have 4 people playing all at the same time, kind of deal. But I saw a lot of that, and that was kind of the same thing. It was interesting. It was all right. I wasn't too enthused by it. There's a game called Party Hard where you play a serial killer and you have to kind of maneuver your way around and kill everybody at the party without bringing too much attention and getting the cops to come in. So that was interesting from a stealth kind of game perspective. I guess you could call it like a stealth genre, sneaking around just killing people. Got to play Dog Sled Saga, which is interesting. I use the word interesting a lot, and sometimes it has. I know a lot of people think it has negative connotations, like, "Oh, it was interesting," which means he just doesn't want to say it's bad. But it was a fine game. There's nothing wrong with it. It was definitely kind of challenging, but it might be one of those games I want to play a little bit more of before I figure out if I want to actually do something with it as far as YouTube wise, because I feel like it has promise to be, if not a YouTube game, a stream game. It's entertaining if you know what you're doing, but I feel like sometimes maybe I didn't know quite what I was doing. I also played a game called Dad by the Sword. Oh, there's an interesting story with that one. As I was playing that, the person behind me in line to play it was none other than a certain game journalist who happens to share a first name, works for Polygon. His name is Brian Crescente, formerly of Kotaku. You've probably heard of him. He has a very distinct look. He looks like a pirate. That's always the way I describe him to people. What does he look like? He looks like a pirate, but it was definitely him standing behind me while I was playing Dad by the Sword. Dad by the Sword is it's a fun game. It's like Chivalry's sword fighting mechanics, except the controls are like way too precise. Like, think Surgeon Simulator. I mean, I was able to get mechanics of the game down pretty quickly, and from that I was able to kind of run around slicing people's heads off and stuff, and it was fun. I enjoyed it. I think it's the kind of game you'll see maybe on my channel, perhaps probably just as a one-off kind of thing. I might do some stream stuff with it, kind of the way you would do like Goat Simulator or something. It's just a fun kind of silly, whimsical game to play. I also played a game that was really fun. That same kind of vein, really just short, fun, to the point, precise. Precise injection of fun. It's called Go Plague Monkey Go, where you play as a plague monkey that is running around the city trying to infect everyone and everything. You have to run away from hazmat guys and the police and eventually the military. It was fun. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I played a bunch of games too over at the Adult Swim games booth. They have a lot of good games that they're publishing. In particular, I played Rise and Shine, which is kind of a cartoonish platformer. Not platformer, but like a side-scrolling shooter. Where you're like fighting off enemies. It's got a little bit of an old school feel to it, but I enjoyed it. It's very hard though. It's a very hard game. It's the kind of game where you're gonna die a lot, but you'll learn from dying. Similar to Rogue Legacy, Shovel Knight kind of difficulty. And I also got to play Ghost Song, which is made by someone who's from GAF. And oh my goodness, that is a brutally hard game. I'll tell you that much. It's a lot like having a Metroidvania, but everything will kill you in like 2 hits, and come here, Horatio. Let me get on you. There's my carrot on a stick. But everything like kills you in 2 hits, and you have a limited number of bullets to do stuff with, so you can easily run yourself out of bullets. However, I would definitely recommend playing it, at least giving it a shot. I think it's worthwhile to at least give the game a shot and give it a fair shake before you criticize too much. I might play some of that at some point. Maybe I'll just do like a fail stream where it's like, hey, I'm going to play Ghost Rain, and now I'm going to die forever and ever and ever in this game. All right, come on, Horatio. So, really, I think... Oh, come on. Come on, buddy. Oh. Server freeze? All right, now come here. Come on out. Come on out. All right, get you out of here. Get you out. Can you come out? Yay, you came out. Okay. Let's get on the pig. Get on the pig. Ride the pig. Ride the pig. Ow! That hurt. But, yeah, I feel like I played a lot of really interesting games at PAX. I got to meet a ton of great people. So I had a really good time. I really enjoyed myself, and I'm hoping that from PAX East, I'll be able to start doing a lot more awesome collaborations. I've got some ideas on games I want to do now. I think all in all, it was a very worthwhile trip, and I really, really cannot wait to go to... Oh, fishing rod ran out. But I really can't wait to go to PAX Prime as well, just to see a lot of these same people again, to get to hang out with everybody, get to meet new people, play new games, get to see all kinds of fun things. I'm feeling really, really, really happy, really energized about a lot of things on my channel, a lot of things on Twitch, and I'm geeked. I mean, I'm excited. You guys should be excited too. I'm very happy about the direction that we're going to be taking things in the very near future. But for now, we have finished our little house, at least the interior for the most part. We have to do some interior design on a lot of these buildings, but the village is really coming together. I'm really starting to enjoy how it's looking. I have some plans for up here next. I don't know if we'll get there next. We have the cathedral as well to work on. We're getting a little bit closer and closer every episode to that 150 barrier. Not March, but May is getting very close. We're less than 2 months away. We got to get some work done here, guys. So I'm going to be working off camera on some things. I'm going to be riding my pig around, thinking about how I want to handle other things. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the last 2 episodes we've done, and I hope I can figure out what I'm going to do next time, because I kind of don't have an idea. I've got a lot of options, but as always, good luck, good mining, have fun. I will see you guys next time here on the NeoCraft server. Until then, take care. Come on, Horatio, let's go. No, not that. No, not there. Not there. Not there. Whew.